Boston Dynamics has released a major update to Electric Atlas, and this time the focus is not on new hardware or flashy demo. The update is about how Electric Atlas thinks and controls its body. With this new brain system, Atlas is now positioned to compete more directly with advanced humanoid robots like Tesla Optimus and Unitree G1. Let's start with what changed. Instead of using a single AI system to handle everything, Boston Dynamics redesigned Atlas with a two-level brain structure. This approach separates decision-making from physical execution. At the top level, Atlas has a high-level system that focuses on understanding the task. This system processes visual data from cameras and sensors and decides what needs to happen next. For example, pick up a part, walk forward, reach with the left hand. This layer handles planning and reasoning. It focuses on goals and sequences, not on individual joint movements. Below that is a fast, low-level controller that manages balance, coordination, and movement physics. This system reacts instantly and runs continuously in the background. By separating these two layers, Atlas does not need to relearn basic physics like gravity or momentum for every task. The lower controller already understands how to keep the robot stable and coordinated. Boston Dynamics explains this as preventing the robot from having to learn gravity from scratch each time it moves. This design allows the high-level system to focus entirely on learning useful job skills instead of wasting time on basic movement control. If you're feeling a little skeptical here, that's fair. We've all heard confident tech promises before, and not all of them aged well. Traditional industrial robots work only when every movement is carefully programmed by engineers. Even simple tasks can take months to code and test. Atlas no longer works that way. Boston Dynamics has shifted from manual coding to teaching by demonstration. Humans show Atlas how to perform a task, and the robot learns by trying, receiving feedback, and improving. This allows Atlas to adapt instead of following rigid scripts. If you've ever learned something new by watching someone else struggle through it first, this probably makes sense. Before Atlas ever enters a factory environment, it already understands basic movements and common manipulation tasks. It does not start from zero. Instead of requiring months of setup, Atlas only needs fine-tuning when it arrives at a new job. This is closer to hiring a trained worker than installing a traditional machine. Boston Dynamics has already shown this system working in real conditions. In collaboration with Toyota Research Institute, Atlas was tested on long, realistic factory-style tasks such as packing and sorting. These were not short clips designed for demonstration. The tasks continued over extended periods, similar to real work shifts. During these tests, engineers intentionally changed the environment while Atlas was working. Objects were moved. Containers were closed unexpectedly. The setup was altered mid-task. Atlas did not stop or fail. The robot adjusted its behavior and continued working. This was an important milestone because it showed Atlas responding to unexpected changes instead of freezing or resetting. At that point, Atlas began to look less like a demo robot and more like a practical system for real environments. Boston Dynamics also revealed detailed information about the AI model controlling Atlas. The company is using a large AI system with around 450 million parameters that controls the entire body at once. All 50 joints, arms, legs, hands, feet, and torso are coordinated together. Boston Dynamics refers to this system as a large behavior model. The concept is similar to large language models, but instead of predicting words, this model predicts physical actions. The robot takes in camera images, understands its body position, receives a simple instruction, and generates coordinated movement commands. This system updates roughly 30 times per second, allowing Atlas to move smoothly and continuously without stopping between actions. Older robots often separate walking and manipulation into different systems. Atlas does not. This unified control is what allows Atlas to crouch, reach, lift, rotate, and walk as part of a single fluid motion. In some cases, Atlas is now performing movements faster and more efficiently than the humans who trained it. To understand why this approach matters, it helps to look at why factory automation struggled in the past. Modern factories are complex environments. Car manufacturing plants often build multiple models at the same time. Parts move constantly. Unexpected problems appear without warning. Traditional robots require perfect conditions. Even small changes can cause them to fail. The old automation model required building a custom robot for each specific task. One robot for one job. Even simple automation could take a year to deploy and cost over $1 million. Boston Dynamics describes this problem as the hard automation trap. The system does not scale because every new task requires rebuilding the solution from scratch. The only way out of this trap is a robot that can learn new tasks instead of being rebuilt each time. Teaching a robot to work in messy, unpredictable environments is not easy. Boston Dynamics uses 3 different training methods, each solving a specific problem. The first method is teleoperation. Human operators wear VR headsets and control Atlas directly using their own movements. Atlas mirrors these motions in real time. This produces high-quality training data that matches the robot's physical limits. However, it is slow, difficult to scale, and depends heavily on human precision. Teleoperation is useful for teaching foundational skills, but it is not enough to train a full factory worker. The second method is where Atlas begins to learn on its own. In this phase, Atlas trains inside simulated environments and repeats tasks millions of times. The robot learns through trial and error, gradually improving efficiency and accuracy. Boston Dynamics has demonstrated Atlas using reinforcement learning for precision tasks such as inserting steering wheels, placing small components, and performing fast, coordinated movements. In many cases, Atlas optimizes these movements beyond what humans can demonstrate. The robot discovers faster, more efficient ways to complete tasks. This is a major advantage because it allows Atlas to exceed human performance in certain physical operations. This is usually where robots stop copying people and start optimizing in their own way. The third method is a long-term goal. Boston Dynamics plans for Atlas to eventually learn by watching humans work. This could include analyzing video footage to understand how objects move, how forces interact, and how people solve physical problems. This approach would allow Atlas to develop a form of physical common sense without direct programming. While this capability is still under development, it represents a major step toward more general-purpose learning. All 3 learning methods feed into what Boston Dynamics calls a data flywheel. Atlas performs tasks. Those tasks generate data. The data improves training. Better training improves performance. As Atlas works more, it becomes more capable, which allows it to handle new tasks more quickly. The system continuously improves over time. One of the most important breakthroughs is how Atlas controls its body as a single system. Older robots often treated walking, reaching, and manipulation as separate problems. Atlas does not. Its arms, legs, hands, and torso are coordinated together under one control system. This is why Atlas can move smoothly without pausing or resetting between actions. This unified control is essential for working in real environments where tasks rarely happen in isolation. Boston Dynamics is not keeping this progress inside the lab. Manufacturing has been chosen as the first real deployment target. In partnership with Hyundai Motor Group, Boston Dynamics is designing factories where Atlas can operate directly within production lines. Hyundai provides real factories and real constraints. Boston Dynamics focuses on solving the hardest manipulation and control challenges. This collaboration is designed to move Atlas from research into practical use. Out of the 3 learning methods, human control, self-training, or learning by observation, which one feels most realistic in the near term? I'm curious which direction you guys trust most. Atlas was not designed to look human for appearance reasons. Factories, tools, doors, and workspaces are built for human bodies. A humanoid robot can move through these spaces without expensive redesigns. At the same time, Atlas is not limited by human anatomy. The robot can rotate its head far beyond human range, twist its torso in extreme ways, and stabilize itself in positions that would be impossible for a human worker. The humanoid shape is practical, not restrictive. Boston Dynamics has spent more than a decade solving hardware challenges. Atlas is already strong, agile, and durable. Now the focus has fully shifted to intelligence and learning. Instead of showing isolated tricks, Boston Dynamics is explaining how Atlas works, what still needs improvement, and where the system is heading. That level of openness suggests a transition from experimentation to deployment. Manufacturing is a logical starting point. It is structured enough for robots to succeed, but complex enough to require real intelligence.